In the session by giving the introduction to about our resource person. Dr. V. Sudha is an accomplished assistant professor in the Department of Mathematics at Sri Kanika Parameshwari Arts and Science College for Women, with a rich academic background and extensive professional experience spanning 18 years. Holding a PhD in fluid mechanics from SRM University, she has showcased expertise in fluid dynamics, particularly in Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluids and computational fluid dynamics. Her educational journey includes a BSc and MSc in mathematics from Meenakshi College of Women, an MPhil in mathematics, and a successful completion of the NET exam in 2001. With a career kickstarting as a lecturer at Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering and Technology, she later served as an assistant professor at SRM University, where she achieved recognition as the first doctorate of SRM University. Dr. V. Sudha has an impressive teaching portfolio handling diverse courses such as major and allied mathematics for various disciplines, including BSc, BCom, BCA, and engineering mathematics for BE and BTech and ME and MTech. Her commitment to excellence is evident through securing 100% results in subjects she has taught. Apart from her teaching responsibility, she has actively engaged in research, presenting papers at numerous national and international conferences and publishing 12 research papers in esteemed journals. Her contributions extend beyond the academic realm, demonstrated by awards like the Best Paper Publication Award in 2006-7 at SRM University, and her role as a coordinator for the National Conference on Mathematical Techniques and Application NCMTA 2015. Dr. V. Sudha's dedication to continuous learning is highlighted by her participation in various workshops, seminars, and faculty development programs covering diverse topics such as numerical linear algebra, modeling and simulation, and intellectual property rights. Her multifaceted approach is further emphasized through attendance at webinar and conferences on contemporary issues, including the impact of COVID-19 on the education system. Dr. V. Sudha is a distinguished academician, researcher, and contributor to the field of mathematics with a relentless pursuit of knowledge and excellence in both teaching and research. With this small vote, I wind up my introduction part. I'm handing over the session to Dr. Sudha ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, ma'am. The stage is yours. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aisha ma'am, for the brief introduction. First and foremost, I would like to thank our principal ma'am and honorary correspondent sir, and our dean ma'am and vice principal ma'am, and all the organizers of our department, home science department, Dr. Meena ma'am and other faculty members for having invited me for this session. Uh, yes, I shall now start presenting the thing.
Yes, ma'am. You can. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you can start the session, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Can you see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Can you make it as a bigger screen, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Slideshow. Can you click that slideshow, ma'am? Slideshow. Here. Under the view, but yes, from beginning. From
Yes,
beginning, ma'am.
ma'am.
No. There is a, here, ma'am, left-hand side. Slide show. Yeah, fourth icon. Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible, Aisha, ma'am?
It is visible, ma'am, but the screen is small. Can you click that slideshow, ma'am? Or, ma'am, on your bottom right corner, 69% is there, no, ma'am. Next
Yes,
to
ma'am.
that, an icon is there, no, ma'am. Killer, bottom right corner.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. In the பக்கம், in this side,
You
ma'am.
want to increase?
No, no, ma'am, this side. That is
The
on your
detail.
right hand side, left hand
Yeah.
side. First, yeah, yeah. That button. Yes, ma'am.
Now it's okay, Aisha, ma'am.
No, it's not working, it seems, ma'am. Then no issues, ma'am. You can continue the session, ma'am. It's visible only. Ma'am, it's visible only. You can continue the session.
Just a second, ma'am. 1 minute. A very good evening to all the participants joining the session. So myself, I'm going to help you how to this net exam, this paper one, general paper one. Here you have this. It is a comment to all these subjects, and we have the total marks allocated for this is 100 marks. We have 50 questions, and it's going to be 2 mark questions. And subject paper 2 is going to be subject to unit, and it is for 200 marks. And the paper 1 for 3 hours, you'll be writing the exam for 3 hours. And in general, we see this paper 1, there is going to be no negative marking. It's all going to be MCQ, and it is going to cover 10 units. You can see the syllabus for paper 1. We have this teaching aptitude, research aptitude, reading comprehension, communication, reasoning, all mathematical reasoning, and then logical reasoning, data interpretation, information communication technology, about the people and environment, and higher education system, governance, quality, administration. So this is all that the content there in unit 1, the teaching aptitude, all the various skills of teaching. It's all there, the contents. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just showing you that what is there. You have this yeah. Then another one, the second one is research aptitude. How we are going to enter into research, and how you're going to update your knowledge, and all this going for thesis writing, article writing, all the all different topics are covered here in this particular content. And then you have the comprehension. So just you're analyzing your English, how your the language of skills in English. And then this unit 5, we have this mathematical reasoning aptitude. You can see can you see the screen, all of you? The types of reasoning, the number series, letter series, codes and relations, all that you have. Then you have unit 6, logical reasoning. Logical reasoning, you have the structure of arguments, argument forms, and the uses of language. And then you have Venn diagrams, and the Indian logic means of knowledge, structure and kinds of anuma, inference, and all that you can see that. And unit 7, this data interpretation, how we are going to obtain the data, what are the sources of obtaining the data, how you acquire the data, and after you get the data, how you classify the data, and you also analyze the different types of data, whether it's quantitative related to numbers and qualitative according to the subject. And then after getting the data, and you just analyze whether it's quantitative, qualitative, then you try to express the data in a reasonable manner so that others can understand that data using the graphical representation. You have this bar chart, histograms, all these things we are familiar. Pie chart, table chart, and the line chart. And then after that, you try to map the data, you segregate the data and then map it. Data, yes, that's what we have that. You then information technology, you can see that my ICT tools, all that. What are the basics of internet, email, and what is video conferencing? All these topics are there in general paper one. Then the people development environment unit 9. So in general, what are the factors, social factors related to people and the environment, the resources? You can just see that all that here it is. We have that in unit 9 and unit 10, higher education system. You see, study about the institutions of higher learning and education system in ancient India, evolution of higher learning and research in post-independence India, Oriental, conventional and non-conventional learning programs in India, professional, technical and skill-based education, value education and environmental education, policies, governance and administration. Aisha ma'am? Am I presenting, ma'am? Can you see the slides? The
Madam, can you
participants,
minimize your slide?
can you, I mean, actually, I was moving the slides. Can you see that, ma'am?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Now, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I was actually showing all the different units. Can you see that, ma'am? Girls, I mean, faculty members are here.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah, it's visible. So that is what I've been. I actually am sharing all these things. I don't think so. You would have seen that. Okay, this is what we do in paper one, and all that. The slides here, the pattern. You can see the pattern, and then the unit one teaching aptitude. Now, can you see the slides, please? Respond, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is unit one and unit two. Research aptitude, unit 3 comprehension, unit 5 mathematical reasoning and aptitude, 6 logical reasoning, data interpretation, information technology, people development and environment, and the higher education system. So that is what these are the contents in our paper 1. So you have this 10 sections are there, and we are having 100 marks. So each section around going to be taking 10 marks, 10 marks for each section. So that is what today we are going to discuss about this reasoning, mathematical reasoning and aptitude. That particular topic I am going to cover today. And here you see the kinds of reasoning, the number series, letter series, and codes, coding, identifying the relationship between the numbers, and then alpha numeric. It's also going to connect the alphabets and numbers, and then mathematical abilities and all that, fraction, time, distance, ratio, proportion, and percentage, profit, loss, interest, and discounting, and all that are there. Now we begin with the first one. It's called the number series. The number series, in general, the series, it's going to be a sequence of numbers are given to you. So when the numbers are given to you, you want to identify the missing number, and sometimes predict the next number, or you have to find what is wrong in that sequence. That is what you'll be doing in number series. So here it always it's better you find out what's the pattern. When you observe the numbers, you try to identify a pattern on the numbers. So you see the elements there. You just find out the difference between the numbers. If the numbers are in increasing order, your, you can find out the difference between the numbers. If the numbers are growing very slowly, so it can be either addition or it can be subtraction. It's going to decreasing. You see whether it's going subtraction between the terms. And if the numbers are very much growing rapidly, it can be a square series or cube or multiplicative or some factor of the elements there. So that is what. And these are there. Just check that. Yeah, I want the participants to kindly respond. We are going to have interactive session, ma. So just you can give the answers, whatever you know. You can just share your answers. I'll be just giving you the questions. You will try these questions are actually from our previous question papers, previous year question papers. So I'm going to just take the first one. Yeah, can you see the slide, participants?
Yes, ma'am.
Ramya ma'am?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it
It is
Ramya
visible,
ma'am?
ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Just you see, we have the numbers here 2, 5, 10, 17. So you can see the pattern is increasing. Numbers are increasing. So, can anyone tell me how you got the answer here? I've also given the answer there as 50. Can anyone tell any pattern is there, or just make a try? Because it's increasing, it's going to be addition. It's not increasing very more. It's only a gradual increase. It's only going to be addition. Can anyone guess? Yes.
The odd number, adding odd number, ma'am.
Adding the odd
3,
numbers.
5, 7, 9.
Yes. So
9,
can you try to?
11, then 37 plus 13,
So we are having this
37
the
plus
first number.
13, 0, 1, 50, ma'am.
The answer is 50. So 37 plus what you have added. Okay, we'll just try.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
tell me that you're from 2.
2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 7.
2 plus 3 we get 5. And then
5
5
plus
plus
5, 10.
we get 10.
10 plus 7, 17.
Okay. Yeah. Now we
17
have
plus
got it,
9,
ma'am.
26.
Yeah, thank you, ma. Thank you. So you have got this pattern you see here. We are adding the number, odd numbers 3, 5, 7. So the next number is going to be 9, and then it's going to be 11,
11.
then it's going to be 13, and so on. Have you got it, ma? Any doubt? This one, the first one. So just you can identify the pattern. So it's going to be 50. 37 plus 13. You're going to get the answer as 50. We will go for the next series. What about this? Again, the numbers are in increasing order. So just we'll try. We have 3. 3 plus just you see the difference of the numbers. We have 3 plus 8. It's going to be 11. Now next number is going to be 11. 11 plus what?
Eleven plus 12, ma'am.
11 plus 12. Okay, 11 plus 12. You've got 23. So can you identify some pattern? 8, 12. Now 23 plus, what is the next one? It's going to be 16. So we got the answer as 39. 39 plus, what is the next one? Can you guess? 8, 12, 16. It's going to be 20.
20, ma'am.
59. Okay, next one, 59 plus. What is it going to be the next one?
24, ma'am.
24?
24.
Yeah, it's correct. So we are getting 63. Sorry, 83. Is it okay? So we have just it's only in increasing order. So we have identified the every time it is increasing by 4. 8 plus 12 plus and go on. It goes on like that. Next we'll try one more. What about this? This is a 2017 question paper. So we have got 1, then 6 we have got. Yeah, it's going to be 6, 1. The next number 6. So 1 plus 5. Okay. The next one. Can you tell me the pattern? Anyone?
Six plus 9, ma'am.
6 plus 9. Okay, we'll just try it. 6 plus 9 is 15. Next one.
Adding 4, ma'am, each number. 5, 9, 13.
15
13,
plus
ma'am, next addition.
adding 4. 13. Okay. That's somewhat similar to that. Okay. Somewhat similar to the previous one. So we are getting the answer 45 plus 13, then 15. Yeah, it's somewhat similar. Okay. So I think so we can do that. So that is what you got. Now you see the next one. Sometimes there is a pattern there. It's 1, 6, 16. These are all standard sequence. 1, 6, 16, 1, 6, 15, 28, 45, 66, 91, and 120. So always is n into 2n minus 1. For example, you see the number in the fifth position. We have 45. 45, how you got the 45? The position is n equal to 5. The fifth position, so this is the fifth position, 5. N equal to 5 you have. So that is what you have, 5 into 10 minus 1, which is 45. So we have some standard patterns like that, n into 2n minus 1. It comes by practice. You just keep on solving the problems. You can easily do that. Now you see there is a combo now, combination of alphabets and numbers are there. Can anyone guess? You see the thing B, D, F, H. What's going to be the next one? It's in alphabetical order. Every time the next element is missing. After B we have D, then F, then H. So the next one is going to be J. You skip the die. J. And the last one. Just guess the numbers first, alphabets. Skip two alphabets after E. FG you skip, you go to H. IJ you skip, you go to K, you see H and K. Then after N, all things alphabets sequence very familiar. We always with the last. You can just make it's like playing a game only. The answer. Check out the answer.
Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am?
Ma'am, can you see? Can you see
No,
the
ma'am,
screen?
no, ma'am. It's not still presented, ma'am.
You have seen this coding? Did you see this,
Yes,
ma'am?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
these things we. Can you see this now coding? Yeah. So now we can
Yes,
see
ma'am, I
this
can see.
belonging is coded as a table. Yeah, we have completed this. Actually, when stop sharing. Now it's visible, I suppose, here. Now you can see this B is assigned to T and E is assigned to A, L assigned to B, O assigned to L, N assigned to E. So it's directly we assign one alphabet to another alphabet. So easily you can pack what is that N, N. Just you fix it L here you got B. See, direct. It's a direct coding question. This is all was yeah. The next one, can you decode this one? Posted is coded as a debt saw. Participant, please try. What is that speed? Probably code speed. Can anyone identify pattern? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma, can you just you identify any pattern posted you have got and it is coded as a dead saw? I'm just going to write that.
Reverse of the letter, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, yes, Ramya. So we are just trying to write the alphabets in the reverse order. So the answer is going to be first one? The first one is the answer. Okay. So just it's only by observation. Next one, I will just, we can write and check. Or that you are able to observe. A, R, G. Can you find the answer? We have 4 options are there. We want to find Americans. Maybe you see the last alphabet S is here. S is coded as Q. So your answer is going to end in Q. So easily you can just try to identify. So the answer is going to end in Q. So I'm going to select the first answer. We'll move to the next. Yeah. Now can you... Yeah. Now in a certain code, 256 means you are good. 637 means we are bad. 358 means good and bad. So which one represents and? You have the numbers and the words are mapped. The numbers and words are mapped. We want to find out which number represents and. So I will just tell you how to do that. You see here you have 256 and 637. The two numbers, 6 is common. 6 is common. And here 6 is common. Yeah, the 6 is common in the two numbers. And in the two, so which means 6 represents R. So you have two numbers 637 and 358. 637 and 358. You see the number common number is 3. Here you have 3 is common. 637 and 358, 3 is common. And we are bad, good and bad. We are bad, good and bad. In these two phrases, bad is common. You see that bad is common? Bad is common. So this bad, it is coded as 3. Bad is coded as 3. So now you tell me what is and. What is and? And will be coded as 8. Or even you can see compare the 1 and 3. 1 and 3 also you can compare this 256 and 358. 5 is common. 256 and 358, 5 is common. So the common word you are good and good and bad. Again you can even compare these two numbers 256 and 358. 256 and 358, 5 is common. So if you're going to yeah, I will just take, you see this now, 256 and 358, 5 is common. So the two phases, you are good and bad. Good is common. So that means good will be the number. Good is represented as 5. So definitely and will be and is going to be coded as 8. Yeah. Now we can see the next one, the coding. Deal. You have the word deal. Deal is coded. Now we are connecting the alphabets to numerals. Deal is coded as 45112. So how to code this lady? Now you can see here D stands as the fourth alphabet. in our alphabets A, B, C, D, it is 4. So D stands for 4, E stands for 5, A is the first alphabet 1. So easily you can see the connection between the numbers and the alphabet. So you see the lady here, lady. Immediately you see A in the second letter is A. So the answer is going to be either 2 or 3, 2, 3 or 4. And last letter you see is Y. So we know that in the 26th alphabet, Y is going to be the 25th element number. So the answer is going to be 12, 1, 4, 25. It's easily you can try to find out without knowing what is L mean. L is going to be, you can check that later. But anyway, easily you get the hint that from Y it is 25 and A is the first one. We will move to the next one. Yeah, now can you see the slide? Participants, please respond. You see that one?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's just like playing a game. So you just try. It's nothing wrong. You're going to give a wrong answer. So you see that A3T15R, it stands for actor. A3. Can you connect that? You see that I'm going to write here. We'll use. You got A3T15R. We got ACTOR. How they have connected? You have see got A is A, map to A. 3 instead of 3 they put C. What is it, ma? What is that 3 represents C? Next one you have the number 15. The
Third
number 15
alphabet is
is
15th alphabet
it's
is
a third
O.
alphabet. Yes, it's a third alphabet. So just simply you crack that 3 is instead of 3 put C. Yeah, O is nothing but the 15th alphabet. So we get the answer. Okay. Now rotate. Can you guess? Rotate. You know O already they have coded 15. O is coded as 15. So R15 is going to be the answer. Either the first or the third choice. Yes. A is the answer. A is the answer. Okay, because the last alphabet you have E there. So that's the Aptitude. You see here the a person walks 10 meter in front and 10 meter to the right. Then he is going to turn left every time. First he is turning left 5 meters. Then he is turning 15 meters. Then 15 meters. Now we want to see how far the person is from the starting point. From the starting point to his final destination, what is the distance we want to calculate? It's very, very simple. Though the question looks very, very strange, but anyway, it's very easy. So you see here, I'm going to show you the diagram there. So this is a place where a person is starting from here. He is at the point O. He is going right. He's going right. He's moving right towards P. 10 meters. He's going right. Yeah, you can just see he's going towards OP. From there, he's going to turn left. Sorry, he's going to turning right. Turn right 10 meters down. 10 meters down. Then 5 meters, he's going to turn left. From Q, he has to turn left. Again from R, he has to turn left 15 meters. Then from S, again he's going to turn left like this. So now we want to see what is the distance O and T. O and T distance. We are just drawing lines. Starting from O, you just go front 10 meters. Then turning left. Left you go 10 meters down. Then again you go left 5 meters. Then again left 15. Again left 15. Can anyone guess what is the answer? I want to find this distance. This O and T. I want to see what is this distance OT. This I have marked in red. Can anyone try? What is the distance? You see the diagram? I'll simply mark one more line.
5 meter.
So the speed to Q, the distance is 10. So OTT distance will be, it's going to be, someone answering, ma? It's going to be
Ma'am,
5.
is it 5 meter?
Because you see this R and S distance is 15. So already this distance 10 gone. So balance here it is 5. It's like a rectangle. So again this is going to be 5. The answer is 5. Yeah, answer is 5 meter. So you can see just it's representation. Simply you draw the diagram, you get it. That is what he is walking 10 meter in front, then 10 meter to the right. Then every time he is going to turn left. So it's a very simple one. Again, this one, all these things are coding. You can try that. I think so. You can go to the next one. Yeah. Next one, you have this 2 daily tickets. So I will just give the hint. A to B, the ticket cost I will take it as X. Then A to C, the ticket cost I will take it as Y. Just you whatever is unknown, you take it as X and Y. The fare from A to B, X, fare from A to C as Y. So you can frame two equations, two tickets from A to B, so 2X, and three tickets from A to C, 3Y. The cost is 177, so it's equal to 177. And again, the second one, similarly, you can find out the second equation. Both equations, you can solve it. You know to solve that as usual, either elimination method or substitution method. Three tickets from A to B, so 3X plus 2Y. It's going to be 173. We can solve it. Solve the two equations. As usual, you solve it. You get the answer. Your answer is going to be 33. You can try that maybe later. Yes, and yes. Now your speed. Problems on we get some at least 3 to 4 questions in speed, distance, and time. 2 or 3 questions. So we know the formula relationship between the speed, distance, and time. Speed is nothing but distance traveled by time taken, and that is what you have. So you can rearrange this formula. The speed equal to distance by time, or distance is our speed into time, or time is our distance by speed. So you have to keep one thing you keep in mind: speed equal to distance by time. Other things you try to cross multiply or shift and try to find the other answers. That is what you see. The speed and the distance, they are directly proportional. Speed and distance. Distance is equal to speed into time. The speed is inversely proportional to time. As the speed increases, the time decreases. When the distance increases, the speed increases. They are directly proportional. And also you have to know some this conversion things you have to keep in mind, rather than converting to directly to kilometer per second or whatever, kilometers per hour to meters per second. So just you keep in mind, whenever you are going to convert kilometers per hour to meters per second, you have to multiply by 5 by 18. 5 by 18. You convert kilometers to meters, you multiply by 5 by 18. And meters to second to kilometers per hour, you multiply by 18 by 5. These things you keep in mind. Now here you see one problem. Mani drove the speed at the speed of 45 kilometers from house to resort. He is coming the same route. That means the distance is going to be the same. To and fro, the distance is the same. He's got stuck in the traffic and 1 hour he is delayed. So what is the how many kilometers did he drive away? They want to find out what is the distance traveled. So you see the formula, you know that speed equal to distance by time. We want to find out the distance. Distance is equal to the speed into time. So now actually actually they have given the data only time, the original time and the again the other time is nothing but 1 hour difference is there. So you can just find the time equal to distance by speed. Time equal to distance by speed. We keep the distance as x. So here the person his return journey it takes 1 hour more. So I'm going to write the distance for time for the return journey x divided by the speed is 40 kilometers minus the first journey he is taking from home to the resort. So it is the distance is x divided by 45. The difference in the time is nothing but 1. So I'm just using the formula for time equal to distance by speed. So you see the distance the same x by 40. You can solve this and identify what's going to be the ratio. In the general ratio, you compare two elements or two elements. We write the ratio. Ratio. We write ratio as A is to B or A by B. A by B or A is to B. It denotes a ratio. We compare two items. And now your proportion thing that you take two cases at the same time. As the ratio A is to B, the same one C is to D. So when they are equal, we just represent by two colons. You see there final A is to B. So just you write A is to B. You put two colons. Then C is to D. That is what you say proportion. When the two ratios are equal, we identify it as proportion. And also you see here A is to B is proportional to C is to D. So now you see A and D are the extremes and B and C are the means. Always in this proportion, problems in proportion, we have this product of the extremes is equal to product of the means. Extremes are nothing but A into D. The means are B into C. A into D equal to excuse me, B into C. We have two numbers are the ratio 2 is to 5. Two numbers are the ratio 2 is to 5. So 16 is added to both the numbers. How to identify the ratio becomes 1 is to 2. We want to find the numbers. Can you tell me how to do the problem? Am I audible to you? You're talking, someone? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Participants? Yeah, fine. So now you see this.
No, ma'am.
Can you see this?
No, I couldn't see the screen, ma'am.
Yeah, I will show it. Ma'am, can you see it now? Can you see the screen now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I'm sharing the screen. Ma'am, I think so. You are sharing the screen. Can you stop sharing? Then only I can share.
No, ma'am. No screen shared, ma'am. No screen shared, ma'am.
Because for me, it's disabled. My screen share is disabled.
Oh, and now it's sharing, ma'am. I can see your,
Okay, ma'am.
but I'm not able to see your
Can
screen,
you?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
I'm presenting.
Presenting
You can't
only,
see
ma'am.
slide.
No, ma'am.
I think so. Some network issue. Aisha ma'am, I'm going to now share. Just can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible, ma'am.
I've already shown you this one. Anyway, actually, I lost my network. I think so. Now it's okay. Can you see this problem? You have already completed. Any doubt there? We are doing the speed. So conversion, you can see how to convert kilometers per hour to meters per second, multiply by 5 by 18. All these things. This particular problem, where you there? You are finding the time equal to distance by speed. So now you see the person is moving from home to a resort. He's traveling at 45 kilometers per hour, but and again he's returning back the same route. The distance is the same. When the distance is the same, so the difference in time is 1 hour. You have got the time duration from for going from home to resort and then resort to home. The difference in the time is 1. So that is the hint there. So you see the time is 1 hour. You can identify time equal to distance by speed. So distance is the same. I'm taking x both the cases. So this is for the return journey from the resort to home. So it is x divided by 40 is the speed he is driving, and again the from home to resort the speed is 45 kilometers. So you can easily identify this. You can solve this equation and try to find out what is x is common. You take the LCM 45 minus 40 divided by 40 into 50, and you try to find out what is the kilometers, what is the distance he is going to be traveling. That is what there. The next one, ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion. Yeah. So proportion is nothing but you compare two ratios at a time. You have the first ratio A is to B and C is to D. Both the ratios are equal. We say they are proportion there. So A is to B, you use the double colon. to express both the ratios are equal. A is to B, is to that C is to D. And here these A and the two ratios A is to B and C is to D. A and D, the two ends are called the extremes, and B and C are called the means. Product of the extremes is equal to the product of the means. Now we will try to solve one problem in ratio and proportion. Two numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 5. 16 is added to both the numbers. The ratio becomes 1 is to 2. Can you identify the numbers? So simply I'm going to try to solve that. So you say the two numbers as A and B. So I have got A by A by B. A by B is given as 2 by 5. You are adding 16 to both the numbers. 16 is added to both the numbers. So you take the number, add 16. 16 here. And B also you add 16. The ratio becomes 1 by 2. Now you try to cross multiply. Before that you can easily solve this. How you take it? A you take it as some 2k and B is equal to 5k. Okay, because your ratio is 2 is to 5. Simply you take 2k and 5k. We can try to substitute and solve. So you get 2k plus 16 and 5k. You cross multiply, find the value for k, then you find A and B. So that is what you do there. 2k plus 16 divided by B is 5k plus 16 equal to 1 by 2. Now you cross multiply these two. Find out what is k. Once you know the value for k, you can find A and B. So that is a shortcut. So simply you just take the numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 5. So you take the numbers as A and B. A is equal to k, B equal to 5k. Then add 16 to the numbers. The ratio is A plus 16, B plus 16. So that is what. Again here you see this one. We are given now 3 A, B, C. So A and B are connected as 3 is to 4, and then B and C as 7 is to 8. We want to find what is A is to B is to C. So now in these two, what is the hint here is what is common. You see what is common is A. B is common. B is common. So you try to make that B same. So here you got 3 by 4 and 7 by 8. 3 by 4 and 7 by 8. So here this 4, the second one is B is 4 and here it is 7. 4 and 7 you try to make it equal. You try to make that 4 and 7 number to be equal. So that means you multiply this by 7 and this by 4. So we get here, you have to see this whatever is common in these two. Whichever is common. So this B is common. B is common. Here also B is common. So B is the second one, so it is 4. This 4 and here it is the first one 7. 4 and 7 you make it equal so that easy to compare. So that means you multiply by 4, you multiply by 7 and 7 you multiply by 4. So you get 21 is to 28 and 28 is to 32. Now you can easily compare. A is to B is to C. Directly you can write the answer. A is to B is 21 is to 28 is to 32. That is what you get here. Okay, next one. We have many questions in a few questions in profit and loss. Profit and loss. How to find out the profit percent or gain loss percentage, and these these things you have to keep it fingertips. The gain is equal to selling price minus cost price. Loss is CP minus SP. All of us are familiar with the first four. The gain percent gain by cost price into 100 by. But it's better you keep in mind all these formulae here. These four formulae, keep it in fingertips so that easily you directly write the answer. 100 using this formula. Whenever the selling price is given, CP is missing, and gain is given. Selling price and gain combination is given. Use this formula. You see this, selling price and gain percentage and CP, that combination. There you can see the formula. So try to memorize these formula and keep it so that easy for you to find out the answers in profit and loss. And reasoning, some questions are given for reasoning using some Venn diagrams. Already we are familiar with Venn diagrams. So am I audible, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can see now we are having this rat, cow, and horse. Rat, cow, and horse. I will just draw some diagrams. Can you identify which one will connect that? So I'm going to just draw the Venn diagrams like this. They are just simply circles. I've drawn two diagrams. Can you tell me which one is correct? So I'm going to take it as rat. This is a rat. The first circle going to represent rat, cow, horse. Can you tell me which is correct? Three options are given you. Simply it's try, make a try.
Hello, ma'am. The third one, the single circles.
You mean to say the first one I've drawn?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The first one. I'll just
Yes, ma'am. The single circles.
just a second, ma. Why it's not working the pen? I don't know. Yes. So this is the answer. Okay, because you see there is no connection there. Rat, cow, and horse, no connection. So we can see the answer like this. It's correct. Now I will try for the next slide. Can you tell me, my girls, units, tens, hundreds? How will you try to connect this? Unit, tens, and hundreds. Which one are you going to give me? Units, tens, and hundreds. Can you tell me which is correct?
First one, ma'am.
First one? Yes, each is going to be the
Yes,
subset
ma'am.
of the other. Tens, units, tens, and hundred. Yeah, it's correct. You see one is inside the other. It's a subset. Okay, very good. What about this? Eraser, stationery, and pencil. So I'm going to take so this eraser, stationery, pencil. Can you tell me which is correct?
Ma'am, the last one you have drawn.
This one? I have drawn this, the first one. I'll just
No, ma'am, the last one you have drawn.
no, this is the first one, ma. One. This is the second one.
Ma'am, last one.
Which answer you are going to pick? The
Yes, ma'am,
last
third
one.
one.
This one. Actually,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
answer is this is the answer. Okay, ma. You see the stationery. Inside the stationery, we have the eraser and pencil. The eraser and pencil belong to stationery, so that is a circle. Okay. This one,
Okay, ma'am.
mother, sister, and women. What about this? mother, sister, and women. Can you see the pattern mark here? See the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the women, then the mothers, then the sisters. Okay. Again, another example there you see girls, females, then the mothers, doctors, or all doctors are not females. Okay, so you see that you try to correlate you find the relationship between the whatever given words are given there, characters are given, whatever characters are given, you identify the relationship between them and try to draw the pattern. That is what you have. Then you have some problems in blood relationship also, and data interpretation. You see the bar chart, line chart, pie chart. You'll see some all these other things are you're familiar. What is pictogram? It's nothing but diagrammatic representation of in pictures, pictorial representations. For example, you see the traffic signal. You have the picture of the signal on the road. Yeah, and what are the basic things you have to keep in mind for this? Try to know the tables. You need not try to multiply at the time exam. You have to keep in mind the tables. Then the numbers 1 square to 30 square. I'm not sharing now. It's gone. Can you see the screen now? Yes. Now these are the tips you have to keep in mind. You try to find the tables up to 20, memorize the tables 1 to 30 numbers, you find the squares, and 1 power 1 to 20, find the cubes, powers of 2 up to 6 at least, 3 up to 5, fractional value, what is 1 by 2? 1 by 2, 0.5, 1 by 3, 0.3, 1 by 4, 0.25, 1 by 5, 0.2, and all that you have to keep in mind some certain things. And that is what now you see the pie diagram. How to see the solve the problems in pie diagram in data interpretation. How we are going to solve the problems in pie diagram. So now you see the total count here. You have the count 65, 80, 70, 55 and 90. They are all add to 360. So we have to see the total is for 360. 360. So now here 3000, now 360. So out of 360 max, the question is for max. So tell me how to solve that. So for max, why this? Now you see the mathematics, it is there for 80, shaded for 80. So 80 divided by 360, out of the total is how much? 3000. You can just see for 3000. 80 by 360 into 3000, you can find out the answer there. Okay, you can solve that. You can get it. So 6 tables, 6 6 are 6 5s are. Okay, and then 4 and 3, and you try to solve this one. So just you see the total here, sometimes it will be expressed as percentage. Now this in this pie diagram, it is for 360. So in the max shaded region is only 80. So 80 by 360, where is it shaded mark? max one. What is the symbol there? Maths, mathematics, English is there, 55. Hindi, science. Okay. As for the shading, you just find divide 360 into 3000 and you get the answer. Again, you can see the next pie diagram. Here, total is going to be on 100. It's going to be for 100. So if the total is for 100, accordingly you see the identify the values. Yes. So now for 1200 kg of fruits were sold in a day, you want to find the amount of bananas sold. So now here you see the banana is 30%. So you can just solve that 30% of 1200. So it's going to be 30 by 100 into 1200. And you get the answer. You can cancel the zeros. So it is 360 bananas. And again they find the grapes and oranges. Again you can see that grapes again here 10%, then oranges at 15%. Same way you calculate for grapes 10% of 10% and 15%. So you have 10%. 10% is going to be 10 by 100 into 1200. So you are going to just, it's going to be 120. 120 is the answer. And again 15%. What is 15%? 15 by 100 into 1200. Okay. So it is going to be 180. 180. Okay, so the difference is going to be, difference is 60 rupees. You see the answer, difference is 60. That is what we have got in thing. Again, whatever we missed. Yeah, then some questions are there from blood relations. You see this, you have to keep in mind all these things. You have to keep in mind the father, mother's son, father or mother's son, it's his brother to you, father or mother's daughter, sister, father's or mother's brother, uncle, father or mother's sister, aunt. Okay, and who's grandfather, grandmother, who's a nephew, brother or sister's son, brother or sister's daughter, and cousin, whom do you call as a cousin, uncle or aunt's son or daughter, sister's husband called as brother-in-law. These things you have to memorize. Keep in mind, already know, but anyway still you try to, when the question is like father's son, it means it's your brother. Okay, so husband or wife's sister, sister-in-law, husband or wife's brother, brother-in-law. So that is what you have, these relationships. Some questions are coming. You see here, A is sister of B, and F is the father of G, daughter of G. You have A, B, C, D, E, F. So you have all 5 characters are there. So you have to identify the relationship. A and B are sisters. G is a mother. G is the mother and F is the daughter. C is the mother of B. D is the father of C. E is the mother of D. So you try to solve such things. You connect the relationship, identify that. So the answer is granddaughter. A and C are the daughters of B. D is the father or mother of B. Therefore, C is the granddaughter of D. Okay, these things you try to be familiar. Try to go through all the previous year question papers. Blood relation, some questions are always somewhat the same pattern. So try to follow that. Again, here you see another question is here. We got Amit and Puneet are brothers. Sheila and Leela are sisters. Generally, we try to, when you try to, the given thing, descriptive form, you try to write in using symbols. We use for male, we use the plus symbol, and females, you use a minus symbol. or some other symbols, you whatever you feel, just keep in so that it's easy for you. So this A and P, they are brothers, so they put here plus symbol here, and S and L are sisters, we put the symbol minus sign here. And then yeah, Amit's son is Leela's brother, so Leela's brother, Amit's son and Leela's brother are the same. Leela or Sheila, both are the sisters. Anyway, there this Amit's son is going to be the brother of for both. So they have connected like this. You can see how they have connected. So finally, we want to connect this Puneet and Sheila. Puneet and Sheila, these two people we want to connect. So they are nothing but Puneet is Sheila's uncle. You can see the relation there. Okay, so try to represent like this, like a diagram. The male you represent by plus, female by minus, and it's going. These two people are sisters, S and L. So this Amit's son is the brother for both. That means it's given brother for one person. It means immediately you can connect them all in the same line like this. So the answer is the uncle is relationship there. Okay, so that is what we are having in coding. Yes. So many other things are also there. Logical reasoning, all those things. Percentages, there actually you are more familiar with percentages, so I'm not going for that. So here one example for a syllogism. It's called syllogism. It's solved using Venn diagrams. So you see the statement: all dogs are cats, all cats are bulls. So we see that this cat is a subset of dog. Yeah, dog. Sorry, dogs are subset of cats. All dogs are cats. All dogs are cats. See the dogs here, the same Venn diagram here. The smaller circle is dog. Next you have the cat. Then you have the bull. So can you give the conclusion? Can you say like this? If you after drawing this diagram, can you see that some bulls are dogs? Is it true? Can you respond, my participants? Some bulls in the outer circle is represent bulls. Some bulls are dogs. Is it correct? Inside the bull circle, we have the dogs. Some dogs are not bulls. Some dogs are not bulls. So you have to try to identify whether it is correct or wrong. I'm just giving you some exercise whether you identify it's correct or wrong. From this representation, this is the given statement: all the dogs are cats. All dogs are cats. And all cats are bulls. From this, whether you can conclude these statements, you have to identify whether the circle entirely lies inside that. You say yes, all the dogs are cats. Here it is there. Some bulls are dogs. Some bulls in this is a bull circle. In that some part of the circle, you have the dogs there. Yes, some dogs are not bulls. So you see some here outside are there. Outside the dogs, you have some space there. That is what you have. So these are the. This is the content for So I'll stop here. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
No, my slide is not visible, I think. So yeah. Participants, do you have any queries? Am I audible to you?
Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can ask ma'am. Thank you, Sudha ma'am, for making this session so lively. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask.
Thank you, Aisha ma'am.
I'm posting the link to today's feedback. Kindly fill it. Kindly fill the feedback form without fail, dear participants. Sudha ma'am, shall we wind up?
Yes, ma'am. There are no queries, then we can wind up.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am, for making this session a successful one. So I hope today's session helped the participants really well. So, dear participants, we will meet tomorrow at the same time, 5 o'clock, the same link. So we'll wind up the session now. Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am, for your participation. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.